Notes. I originally intended and still have hopes to publish Psychological Cognition as a written book. However, the further along I got with brain, mind, and body and world, the more and more challenging and the more and more difficult, not with the brain, body, and mind doing the work to have the cognition of psychology, to know consciousness, to figure out enlightenment and the mystery surrounding the term and description, philosophy, all kinds of stuff, similar to consciousness in the world. Drug dealers who proclaim dominance, people who know and speak about consciousness and are unable to accomplish their goals of giving information easily understood and recognized, so a person knows their consciousness, knows consciousness, and has enlightenment and is enlightened. The restrictions, I don't have a laptop, it was stolen. I haven't been able to keep track of every single source, numbering in probably the hundreds. Thousands of dollars spent, hours and hours and thousands of hours. Sense and money, time, and effort. And then decided that a video book could solve some of the duality occurring. The duality being world, requirements, school application needs, and formatting and page length and clarity, intelligence, and smart writing. And then the technological need for a device. And started a video book and now get to say the conclusion and now get to wrap up Have You Ever? And originally Psychological Cognition, Playtime were independent pieces of my application for graduate school. My thesis and my dissertation, I wanted to get funded by a university or college and still hope to accomplish for another option and a different choice aside from the video book now, Have You Ever? Brain, Body, and Mind with Have You Ever in a video book format to be more clear and more easily understood are my voice on this video, my brain and mind making the voice, in my body in front of the camera, in my psychological cognition, and the benefits of enlightenment and the benefits of being conscious and aware and knowing consciousness, has to do with the psychological cognition of seeing my face on the camera and looking into the camera and looking at the screen while I'm recording, to not cause too much misdirection, flipping the camera, doing stuff, because my technology is so limited to my iPhone. I don't have a video, I don't have a microphone. All I have are the tools in front of me, the object. And psychological cognition and not doing the work for the benefit of the body and the feeling of maybe keeping track of how much better you look by the end of the work because you've said finally what you've been working on, kind of like me, forever. It seems, for 10 years or so, and can finally stand up to the bully and can finally say and not be silenced about the world and not feel bad walking next to the person who could have some benefit from psychological cognition, but not being able to describe it fast enough, quick enough, and for them to get what I'm saying and not get bored, distracted, or just uninterested. Incredibly difficult. Almost stupid to even attempt this kind of goal. But there is have you ever? And how the viewer, how the reader, how the listener, the reader maybe being, the person who gets some kind of subtitles somehow or something, or maybe I just misspoke and mixed it up with my hope to get into school to be able to write a book with letters. And so the video with my face, my body, and my brain and my mind speaking, and maybe only my mind, in a few videos, maybe my brain speaking on this video book. It's kind of like energy. Hard to identify with the sound of the mechanical energy from the refrigerator, how much, what it looks like until you get close, but then can be harmed when you touch it. Might shock you, cause a physical pain, more energy signals. But the whole purpose for psychological cognition is to reduce suffering, reduce the need to go get the reward and the stimulus and live in a world where people have to think, do, see, here, and overload until exhaustion. A person can listen to this video book, especially when I get confusing and my thoughts get too distorted. Turn off the video screen, put it flat, just listen. And for someone who doesn't, then enlightenment comes with psychological cognition and the calm and the relaxing peacefulness. Of those chapters. Maybe a person can't hear, can't, maybe they can't see, but they can hear. Both different options, both different occurrences and, possibilities. But for a person who hears, sees, has, a body, maybe not always wanting to feel what's getting seen, listen, turn the video over, put a towel or a blanket over the monitor, turn the monitor off and just listen. And maybe once in a while see the description of the world currently Earth here in Seattle, Washington. And how much energy is not being shared to help other folks and other people be consciously enlightened and being used for a stimulus to get the reward of the feeling in the body. And so the process of making Have You Ever started out as a description of psychological cognition and playtime, and has transformed and has expanded and turned into a video book by Kelly Rigby, 2020. The end.